program is the Active Center. So, imagine getting hit with a $600 penalty on a new car strictly because of your zip code.
Yeah, I mean, in California, you really can't outdrive the local tax rate.
Right. So our mission today is examining a financial guide on buying versus leasing a car in California. We want to help you figure out the math to build actual wealth in a state with, sky-high costs.
Exactly. Because ultimately, you want to hit $0 in monthly payments to boost your savings rate, ensuring you aren't just payment poor.
And since total ownership is kind of the baseline for wealth building, we first have to confront the massive upfront hurdles of buying a car here.
Right, because make no mistake, a car loan is basically a 4 to 6 year sentence.
But the goal is serving that sentence, getting the title, and driving it for 15 years, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Plus, buying means no mileage restrictions ruining your weekend trips to Tahoe.
Exactly. But you have to survive the Golden State tax first. A lot of people think they can just drive to a dealership a few towns over to get a cheaper sales tax rate.
Which doesn't actually work, right?
Not at all. California enforces vehicle sales tax strictly based on where you register your car, which is usually your home address. It's designed to prevent tax avoidance.
Okay, let's unpack this because the math is wild. Let's say you buy a $25,000 car.
Okay.
If you live in Orange County with a tax rate around 7.75%, you pay roughly $1,937 up front.
Right.
But if you register that exact same car in Alameda County, where it's 10.25%, you're paying over $2,562.
Which is basically a $625 penalty purely for your zip code.
Just for your zip code, it's like paying a steep, unavoidable cover charge just to get into the ownership club.
It really is. And on top of those local taxes, you really need to put down 20%, not the bare minimum 5%.
Wait, 20%?
Yes. That is strictly to avoid negative equity.
Negative equity. That's being underwater, right? Like where you owe the bank more than the car is actually worth.
Spot on. If you only put down 5% and the market shifts, or, you total the car, you're trapped. You owe money on something you don't even possess anymore.
Wow. So buying in California is almost like planting a fruit tree. It takes a ton of upfront money and time before it produces anything, but eventually you get free fruit.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it.
But you have to be ready to maintain it. Like your warranty usually dies around year 3, but your loan lives until year 6. You need an emergency fund just for repairs while you're still making payments.
Which is why, despite the upfront pain of buying, leasing isn't always the terrible trap people assume.
Okay, so if buying is the general rule for wealth building, who actually benefits from the leasing exception?
Well, what's fascinating here is that there are 3 main loopholes. The first is the business deduction.
Like if I run my own business.
Exactly. If you're a 1099 contractor using a car 75% for work, you can write off 75% of the entire lease payment.
Wait, the entire payment?
Yep. So an LA consultant paying a $600 lease is effectively writing off $450 a month.
So what does this all mean for standard W-2 workers? Isn't leasing just a subscription to poverty for them?
Well, that brings up the second exception, the short-termer. Say you have a 2-year contract.
So you're leaving the state soon anyway.
Right. If you lease, you avoid eating the steepest part of the depreciation curve. And you don't pay sales tax you'll never recoup.
You just walk away. Makes complete sense. What about electric vehicles? I've heard that's a factor.
Oh yeah, that's the EV hedge. Electric vehicle batteries are evolving so fast that a car you buy today might be completely obsolete in 3 years.
So leasing shifts that residual value risk entirely to the bank.
Precisely. If the car's resale value tanks because no one wants an outdated battery, that financial hit belongs to the bank.
Okay, but what if you're a standard salaried long-termer? If you aren't a freelancer, not leaving the state, and not hedging on an EV?
Then W-2 long-termers should definitely buy and hold. Endure the upfront tax hit, pay it off, and hold on to it.
Because you have to survive the upfront cost to get the long-term wealth.
Exactly.
Okay, but to leave you with an interesting wrinkle, think about that EV technology hedge we just talked about.
Yeah.
If tomorrow's EV batteries become incredibly cheap and easily swappable, how might that completely destroy the current strategy of using a lease as an EV tech hedge?
Oh, wow. That would totally flip the script on leasing.
Just something for you to ponder the next time you're stuck in California traffic.
Hello, and thanks for listening. This is David Sepp, and the Active Center team. For years, our mission has been to foster a community around engagement, health, and conversation. If you value what we do, please consider supporting us. We've started a GoFundMe to cover our production and operational costs, including those pesky social media fees. Your contribution, big or small, helps us keep going. Thank you.